Welcome back to Chasing Shadows, where we slip through the veil to uncover horrors that whisper in the dark. Tonight, we explore three separate tales of haunted houses: Amityville's whispering walls, Enfield's unseen forces, and the Bell Witch's chilling grip. Each a distinct nightmare etched into history. From a blood-soaked Long Island home, to a London council house alive with chaos, to a Tennessee farm stalked by a vengeful shadow. These stories stand apart, yet a single thread binds them. A plague of energy, born from unspoken pain that creeps through time, feeding on fear and doubt. These houses don't just hold ghosts. They watch. They wait. They pull you closer until the air itself feels alive with menace. Listen closely. Throw on your headphones, because shadows are listening back. Let's step inside and feel the chill take hold. We begin in Amityville, New York, 1974. A quiet suburb where 112 Ocean Avenue, a Dutch colonial with wide windows and a tiny lawn, hid a darkness that refused to stay buried. November 13th, 1974. Ronald DeFeo Jr., a 23-year-old with a hollow gaze, takes a .35 Marlin and ends his family. His parents, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, in their beds. The house drinks in the silence, but DeFeo later speaks of whispers, voices slithering from the walls, urging him to act. Their words wrapping around his thoughts like a tightening noose. He sits in jail, muttering of a shadow that moved through him, something that wasn't human. December 1975. The Lutz family, George, Kathy, and their 3 children, step into the house, chasing a fresh start at a bargain price. They feel it immediately, a chill that clings despite roaring heaters, a weight in the air that makes breathing feel deliberate. At night, the house wakes. Doors creak shut on their own, their hinges groaning as if resisting an unseen hand. Footsteps pace empty hallways, slow and heavy, circling the family's rooms like a predator sizing up its prey. Swarms of flies gather in the attic. They are buzzing a low, relentless hum that pulses in your temples. Even in December's frost, the walls seem to sweat, a sticky film appearing on plaster, cold and unsettling to the touch, as if the house itself is exhaling. George wakes up at 3:15 a.m. every night, the hour of the murders, his bed trembling faintly, as if nudged by something below. Shadows flicker in the corners, gone when he turns, but leaving a prickle on his skin, like eyes lingering. Kathy catches her reflection in mirrors, her face distorting for a split second. A stranger's eyes staring back, cold and unfamiliar. The children whisper of a figure outside their windows, its eyes glowing faintly red, watching, waiting. Their son wakes with faint marks on his arm, red lines that sting like a burn, appearing overnight with no explanation. A priest arrives to bless the house, but as he prays, a voice cuts through, low and guttural. "Get out." And he stumbles away, his hands shaking, a pressure behind his eyes that lingers for days. The Lutzes last 28 days before leaving clothes, furniture, everything behind, as if the house claimed it all. In 2025, the story lives on, with TikTok videos and millions of views, some claiming to catch shadows in the house's windows, lights flickering in patterns that feel too intentional. Visitors report a tightness in their chest near the property, a sense of being watched. Thoughts not their own creeping in. The whispers persist. Is it a curse from a disturbed burial ground beneath the foundation? Or a shadow that clings, waiting for the next to cross its threshold? Amityville's walls still stand, silent but expectant, daring you to listen. Now we cross the pond to Enfield, North London, 1977. A modest council house on Green Street, home to Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, where the ordinary unraveled into a nightmare. It starts quietly, August 30th, 1977. A bed shakes in the dark, vibrating as if nudged by unseen hands. Peggy assumes it's her kids, restless in sleep, but the shaking returns night after night, growing stronger, joined by knocks, sharp, rhythmic, echoing from within the walls, as if something trapped inside is tapping to be let out. Furniture begins to move. Dressers slide across the floors. Chairs tip slowly, defying gravity, their wood groaning under invisible weight. The presence fixates on Janet, age 11. She wakes frozen, her body rigid, feeling a pressure on her chest, as if the air itself presses down. Her voice changes in the night, a deep, gravelly rasp, not her own, speaking of lives long gone. "I was a coal miner, killed by a bus," it growls and then laughs. A sound that crawls under the skin. Witnesses, neighbors, police, paranormal investigators see her rise off the bed, hovering inches above, her face pale, eyes distant, as if watching something beyond the room. Objects take flight. Books sail through the air, landing with heavy thuds. Lamps topple, their bulbs flickering before going dark. The air grows thick, the house feeling smaller, as if the walls lean in, listening. Over 18 months, investigators document 2,000 incidents. Knocks, crashes, voices, captured on tape. The recordings chilling even skeptics. A police officer watches a chair slide uphill across the floor, stopping as if caught by an unseen hand. Janet is flung across her room, landing with a gasp, her body trembling from the impact. The voice speaks for hours, recounting deaths, mocking listeners with secrets only the dead should know. Neighbors hear faint chants through the shared walls, see shadows flicker in the windows when the house is empty. In 2025, Apple TV's Enfield Poltergeist docuseries reignites the tale, and people online sharing stories of knocks in their own homes, a lingering pressure in the air. The questions haunt. Was it the family's hardship a spark for this force? Or a presence drawn to Janet's vulnerability, using her as a mouthpiece? Now we travel to 1817, Adams, Tennessee, a frontier where the Bell family, John, Lucy, and their 9 children, built a home amid rolling fields. The land seemed generous, but something older claimed it. The disturbances began quietly, scratches beneath the floorboards, like nails clawing through earth, dogs barking in the night, then falling silent, as if cowed by an unseen threat. In only a year, the house is restless. Beds vibrate in the dark, blankets slip to the floor as if tugged, leaving the family shivering in a chill that defies the fire's warmth. The entity names itself Kate, claiming to be Kate Batts, a neighbor wronged in a land deal years before. Its voice drifts from corners, soft and childlike at first, singing lullabies, then deepening into a growl that rattles the windows. It targets Betsy, the youngest daughter, pinching her arms until faint marks appear, tugging her hair gently at first, then harder, as if testing her fear. The presence grows bolder, slapping faces with a force that leaves cheeks stinging, whispering prophecies, sickness, loss, that come true with chilling precision. Neighbors hear the voice from outside, and they see shadows move in windows when the house is dark. Their own dreams filled with red-eyed figures watching from the fields. The haunting draws a crowd, including General Andrew Jackson, the battle-hardened future president. Intrigued by tales of the Bell Witch, in 1819 he rides to the farm with a small retinue, eager to face the unseen. As their wagon nears the property, the wheels seize, sinking into dry ground as if gripped by invisible roots. The horses strain, sweat foaming, but the wagon refuses to move. "By the Eternal, boys, this is the witch's doing," Jackson shouts, his voice steady but eyes darting. His men push, cursing until a voice cuts through the air. Kate's voice, clear and mocking. "All right, General, let the wagon move on. I'll deal with you tonight." The wheels spin freely as if released, and the party reaches the Bell home, uneasy but resolute. That night, Jackson and his men sit by the fire, rifles close, the air thick with tension. The witch delivers. Knocks pound the walls, growing louder, like fists hammering for entry. Invisible hands tug at their coats, slap their faces, leaving stinging red marks. One soldier, a self-proclaimed witch tamer, boasts he'll shoot the entity. His rifle twists in his grip, the barrel bending like soft wax, and he stumbles back, pale, muttering about eyes in the dark. Shadows flicker across the room, too tall, too thin, vanishing when looked at directly. The voice laughs, a low guttural sound whispering each man's name, taunting them with the secrets from their pasts. Jackson, unyielding in war, sits silent, his jaw tight, watching the corners. By dawn, he orders his men to pack, his voice firm but hurried. "I'd rather face the entire British army than spend another night with that devil." They ride off, the witch's laughter trailing in the wind. The Bell's left to its mercy. John Bell bears the brunt. The entity whispers of his death, a constant murmur that drains his strength, his face growing gaunt, eyes sunken as if pulled inward. By 1820, he collapses, his breath shallow, the witch claiming victory with a final, chilling laugh. The hauntings fade, but the land holds its secrets. In 2025, visitors to the Bell Farm report whispers in the fields, a cold that settles in the bones, dreams of a voice calling their names. TikTok videos with millions of views capture faint shapes in the dusk, while X posts buzz with tales of unexplained chills. The conspiracy weaves though. Was Kate a spirit born from a neighbor's grudge, or a deeper force tied to the land's forgotten wounds? These three houses, Amityville, Enfield, Bell, stand as separate scars, yet a single entity binds them. The Whisperer, a demonic presence that roams through time, feeding on trauma's echo. Picture it, an ancient force, perhaps birthed in a forgotten ritual on Bell's land, taking the guise of Kate to feast on John's despair. It slumbered until Enfield's hardship called it, slipping into Janet's voice, twisting her pain through its strength. In Amityville, the DeFeo murders were its banquet, the house's walls its canvas for whispers and shadows. The Whisperer adapts, red eyes in Tennessee, a gravely voice in London, a sticky film in New York, growing hungrier, its prophecies and knocks a call. Growing hungrier, its prophecies and knocks a call to draw new prey. In 2025, reports from all three sites describe the same chill, the same half-heard names in the dark, as if it's still hunting, seeking fresh wounds to inhabit. Could it be a demon summoned by an ancient betrayal, or one that's always been, latching onto pain like a parasite? The Whisperer isn't done. Its next house could be yours. Amityville, Enfield, the Bell Witch. 3 houses, 3 stories. Each a doorway to a nightmare that refuses to fade. Their echoes linger in the quiet, a reminder that some doors, once opened, never fully close. Is there a presence that weaves through them, feeding on fear? Or are we haunted by the stories we tell ourselves? Step into the night, listen for the creak, feel the air grow still. Then you decide what's real. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Chasing Shadows for more journeys into the unknown. The darkness is waiting for you.